listen, the 90 days challenge doesn't work. And by the way, even 30-day challenge doesn't work. So hi, Jack here, and in this episode I would like to talk about something very, very common in the market, whereby people would take on a 90-day challenge, a 100-day challenge, etc., etc. That's in particular talking about creating videos. Okay, so in this part I want to address this issue. But before that, I would like you to do me a favor. There's a button below, subscribe. I want you to do this for me, to do me a favor. Click subscribe so that this video can get more spread to other people who need to read this. And by the way, there's also a bell notification button below. So once you press it, guess what? You'll be notified of every single video that I have uploaded on my channel, and that's my request. Okay, can you do this for me? Comment below. All right, so I want to talk about this thing called the 90 days challenge. So let me give you some context so that you know what I'm talking about. Now here's the thing: in order for people to do work, in order for people to be pushed to do work, commonly there's somebody who come up with something called a 90 days challenge. Because why 90 days? People thought that if I were to do it one day, it's not habitual enough. If I were to do it 30 days, which is 1 month, it's not good enough, because human beings would create a new form of habit by 3 cycles. So there's what my teacher has taught me. That's how this 90-day challenge came about. Now, what is the significance of the 90 days challenge? So for 90 days challenge, typically people will do something called a routine assignment. So for the purpose of video marketing, for the purpose of creating videos, this is very common, because most people are so scared to actually create video and post it online. So you have not watched my previous video about why people are so scared of posting content. I'll put a link up and you can see this. Alright, so coming back, people are very scared because of this fear of judgment. And interestingly, I have worked with so many people. They are adults already into their 30s, 40s, and some of them are into 50s, where I ask a question: would you like to actually share your message in the form of video? You can see that these people cross their arm immediately without any single moment of doubt. And that's why I said that this world is a very interesting world, whereby baby boomers have been trained and conditioned not to share the message with the rest of the world. If you ask them to do video, they are scared to die. It is as well as people being asked to go on stage to actually give a speech. Same thing. This is called public humiliation. If you resonate with me, comment below. And now, why is that important? Because the 9 days challenge is meant for someone to create a video, to actually share something. Now, regardless of what topic it is just a sharing. Practices make permanent. And therefore, after 90 days, the person should be by right, okay? Create video and becomes a habitual thing. Here's the problem. The problem is that most people see this 90 days challenge as what I call an exercise, which means that, like in school, the moment you complete the exercise, you submit the work to the teachers for marking, you are done. And therefore, that's it. You can just throw the assignment idea away. But that's the problem in the market. The market is that if you do not put contents out consistently, people will not remember you, because people have so much information around, easily to be forgotten. So I've actually seen one very interesting thing, whereby someone actually in my circle pushed himself to finish the task. Okay, 100 days, 90 days, 90 days post video. But after 9 days, guess what happened? Nothing happened. I don't see the person post any contents anymore. So maybe within the 90 days, it's good that the person is remembered, because every single day he will share a message. And funny thing is this: after 90 days, I don't see anything. So I wonder whether my teacher has taught me that 90 days will form a new habit will happen, because I have seen again and again that this is not true. And then some people actually force themselves to post videos. And I said, Jesus, because you shouldn't force yourself to do something, because the moment you force yourself to do something, the faster you finish the work, the earliest you want to quit. So I want you to understand that there's always a mindset issue about doing this challenge. What's the attitude, what's the intention of doing all this challenge? Do you do it because you need to spread the message, which is a bigger why, or do you do it for the sake of completing, or just prove to yourself that you can do it within 90 days? Okay, so that is one thing that I noticed about the 90 days challenge. Now, here's another one which is pretty interesting. Now, I'm not asking people to do this because not everybody is fearless of judgment. Okay, so Gary Vee, for example, is fearless about this thing called judgment because he doesn't really care how people see him. He has said this again and again in his video lately. Okay, so part of the 90 days challenge, I actually worked with some students before whereby they would do the videos. It's actually speaking comfortably somewhere and they just basically talk for 2 minutes. Now, this is actually something cool because when I haven't done any videos before and I need to practice, so I can start with 2 minutes. After a while, when you get used to it, you can expand your comfort zone to 4 minutes. Later, you do it for 7 minutes, 8 minutes, and sometimes my students told me, wow, you know what, Jack? I didn't know I've been speaking in front of the camera for 30 minutes, for 45 minutes. I couldn't stop. That's good. So from a comfort zone perspective, from an expansion of comfort zone perspective, that is actually good. Now that you are very comfortable with doing a video for 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, that is good, but it's not enough. The reason why I say it's not enough is because now when you are doing this 30 minutes, 45 minutes video, do you make it consistently? That's the thing. Because when you do it for the sake of proving yourself that you can expand your comfort zone, what's next? What is the next bigger game you can play? So my challenge to all of you who are watching this video, and you may not like it, you may not take any action like I said in the previous videos, you may not take any action, which I understand. 95% of you who are watching this video will not take action. And this is why I keep saying that I resonate so well with Gary Vee because this is how the world plays. So 5% of you who decide to take action, all you need to do is not just to take up a 90 days challenge because that is not good enough. I want you to actually do something even crazy. And crazy people actually make lots of money, more successful. That is my philosophy. The crazy thing about what you do is that make it not a 90 days challenge, but a 90 days challenge for every stage. And you treat it as a lifelong game. Wow, lifelong means that how many more years do you do? As many years as possible. But all you need to do is that every quarter, because 90 days is a quarter, you do it 1 quarter, you finish it, review what you have done, ask yourself what can you improve for the next season. And then you continue this game so that every single season, when you do your 90 days, it's getting better and better. But you do not treat it as an assignment. You treat it as a lifelong exercise because the moment you stop it, all the efforts you have created in the past for building a brand, making you known to the world, will be a total waste of time. So I was very, very sad to see people who actually do the videos and they say, okay, wow, I'm very comfortable with doing videos now, but you know what? That's it. Bye-bye. I'm not going to do my videos. I say, then why do you take up the challenge in the first place? What is the biggest intention of doing this? If you understand this, you realize that this is not just a 90 days challenge. It is maybe a phase by phase, and each phase is a 90 days. That might make sense to me, and that's the reason why I said that in the world of posting contents to social media, it's going to be a non-stop, a lifelong process. You are not going to just do it for the sake of 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And some of you may then say, well, but I'm not sure whether people will read my content. People will watch my videos. Who cares? Understand? Because at the very first instance, when you are unknown, nobody will watch your video. But you just want to do it because the moment you are scared, the moment you say, because nobody is going to watch my video, but I as well not to do it, then you are just shooting yourself down. Please don't do that because when you post it consistently, it is a spin-off effect. One person watches the video, the second person will watch, and then third one, fourth one, fifth one. It will take time. Be patient. The school has taught us there's this deadline. When we submit the assignment, for marking purposes, we will know the result. In the world of entrepreneurship, there's no such thing. You can just put content and content after again, but you may not expect any instantaneous result. That's the truth. Okay? So who knows, one fine day, you have created something so special that becomes viral. And then, wow, suddenly all your other videos are being watched and commented. So wait for that moment to happen. I don't know when, I can't guarantee that it will happen soon. I don't even have a timeline for you. All I'm saying is that do it and let the market gives you the feedback. All right? So I was so happy to see that some people actually took my advice and do something about it. Like I said, these are the 5%. Some people will just watch it. Some people just ignore it. Well, whichever the case might be, if you are already watched up to this point of time, I know that you have good intention and you have the very strong desire to succeed. All right? So without further ado, let's call this a day for this video. If you have any questions about speaking, training, and facilitations, comment below and let me see whether I can answer your questions in the form of future videos. Till then we next meet. All good wishes. Jack Wong here, signing off. Cheers.